Most gardeners are wasting one of the most powerful soil-building materials they already have, and it's sitting right in their yard: leaves. The mistake is simple. People throw them into compost piles, wait months, and end up with something decent, but nowhere near as powerful as what those same leaves could have become. And the cost of that mistake shows up in your soil: poor structure, compacted beds, inconsistent moisture, and weaker root systems. When you compost leaves the usual way, you lose a big part of what makes them valuable: their ability to physically transform soil structure. Instead of improving aeration and water retention in a lasting way, you reduce them into fine compost that behaves like any other organic input. Before we go deeper, let me show you something that made this difference obvious in my own garden. I use a 4-in-1 soil moisture meter to track moisture, temperature, pH, and light levels. Leaves, depending on how you use them, can either stabilize your soil or create hidden problems like excess moisture or slow breakdown. This tool helped me catch those shifts early instead of guessing. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. Now here's what actually works, and why most gardeners never try it. Composting leaves isn't wrong, but it's not the best use. Let's be clear, composting leaves works. You'll get leaf mold or general compost, and it's useful. But if your goal is to build soil structure, real structure that improves drainage, aeration, and root development, composting is actually limiting their potential. In my early setups, I used to compost all my leaves. The compost was fine, but my soil still compacted over time, especially in raised beds where organic matter breaks down quickly. It wasn't until I stopped composting them and started using them differently that things changed. This is the method that transforms soil instead of just feeding it. Instead of composting leaves, use them directly as a structural mulch layer, but not the way most people do it. Shred them first. Whole leaves tend to mat together, especially when wet. That creates a barrier that blocks airflow and water. But when you shred them into smaller pieces, everything changes. I run mine through a simple shredder or, even mow over them with a lawnmower. The goal is to break them down into smaller fragments without turning them into dust. Once shredded, apply them as a layer about 5 to 8 centimeters thick, directly on top of your soil. Not mixed in, not composted first, just applied as they are. Here's what starts happening beneath that layer. This is where the real benefit shows up. Shredded leaves don't just sit there. They begin to break down slowly, creating a loose, sponge-like layer that allows water to pass through while holding moisture at the same time. So, microbes move in, earthworms start pulling pieces down into the soil, and, over time, this actually creates channels that improve aeration and root penetration. In one of my compacted beds, I applied shredded leaves for a full season without disturbing the soil underneath. By the end, the difference was obvious. The soil was softer, easier to work, and roots were growing deeper and more evenly. That's not something I got from compost alone. Most gardeners are, honestly, accidentally creating problems with whole leaves. If you've ever used whole leaves as mulch and noticed water pooling or plants struggling, well, this is why. Whole leaves tend to form a dense mat, especially after rain. That mat blocks oxygen and slows water infiltration. The result is uneven moisture, too wet on top, too dry underneath. I've seen this cause root stress in vegetables like tomatoes and peppers where, consistent moisture is really critical. Shredding solves that problem completely. It's a small step, but it changes how leaves interact with your soil. Let's talk about timing, because this is where people lose results. Applying leaves at the wrong time can reduce their effectiveness. If you apply them too late in the season, when temperatures are low, decomposition slows down. They'll still help with protection, but you won't get the same level of soil improvement. The best time is right before or during your growing season when microbial activity is high. In my garden, I apply shredded leaves just before planting or around established plants. That way, they start breaking down immediately and contributing to soil structure during active growth. Over time, I'll add another thin layer to maintain coverage. This method works differently depending on where you use it. In raised beds, the effect is fast and noticeable. Because the soil volume is limited, improving structure quickly makes a big difference in plant performance. In ground beds, especially in heavier soils, shredded leaves help break up compaction over time. They don't fix everything overnight, but with consistent application, the soil becomes more workable and balanced. In containers, you need to be more careful. A thin layer works well, but too much can hold excess moisture. This is where monitoring conditions becomes important again, especially in smaller systems. There's something else happening that most people overlook. Leaves are rich in carbon, and that carbon feeds soil microbes over time. But unlike compost, which releases nutrients relatively quickly, shredded leaves provide a slow, steady input. This creates a more stable soil environment. Instead of spikes in nutrient availability followed by depletion, you get a gradual improvement that supports consistent plant growth. In my beds, this translated into fewer issues with nutrient swings and more even plant development across the season. And here's where this connects to long-term soil health. When you stop composting all your leaves and start using them as a structural layer, you're building soil differently. You're not just adding nutrients, you're changing the physical makeup of the soil. That means better drainage in wet conditions, better moisture retention in dry conditions, and stronger root systems overall. In one of my older beds where I've used this method consistently, the soil now holds moisture longer, but never feels waterlogged. That balance is what most gardeners are trying to achieve, and it comes from structure, not just nutrients. Most advice focuses too much on breaking things down quickly. There's this constant push to speed up decomposition, to turn everything into compost as fast as possible. But not everything needs to be broken down immediately. Leaves are one of those materials that are more valuable when they break down slowly in place. That slow process is what builds lasting soil structure. When you compost them first, you lose that benefit. Before you try this, avoid this one mistake. Don't mix shredded leaves deep into the soil. That brings you back to the same problem as burying manure or other organic matter. You disrupt the soil structure and shift decomposition into the root zone where it can compete with plants. Keep them on the surface. Let natural processes move them downward over time. This is where patience actually works in your favor. And this is where everything starts to come together. Once you understand how to use leaves properly, you stop seeing them as waste or just compost material. They become one of the most effective tools for building soil structure, improving moisture balance, and supporting long-term plant health. Your soil becomes easier to manage, your plants grow more consistently, and your garden requires fewer corrections over time. If you want more practical, experience-driven techniques like this, subscribe to the Husbandry channel and share this with someone who's still composting all their leaves and missing out on what they can really do. Once you understand how soil structure works, everything in your garden starts improving from the ground up.